Hello, healthcare professionals. I hope you are all safe and healthy. This lecture will explain the role of pharmacovigilance in pre-marketing phase, so you can be familiar with pharmacovigilance workflow in pre-marketing and what you should monitor to create reporting sequence correctly. Let's start. In this lecture, you will learn ICH guidelines, what are drug safety associate responsibilities, reporting sequence in clinical trials, as what is the goal of monitoring adverse event in clinical trials, what are reports required in clinical trials. According to the International Council for Harmonization guidelines and local regulation for pre-marketing phase, sponsor and investigator during clinical trials must collect adverse events which are related or not related to the study medication. The collected adverse event should categorize as serious or non-serious, analyze for relation to the study medication, identify safety concern susceptible subject to whom adverse event occurs. According to new insights of benefit-risk ratio, the study's destiny has to be determined to continue, stop, or change the study protocol with another informed consent. Sponsor and investigator should communicate and send this safety information to other sponsors, other investigators who are responsible for this study, regulatory authority, independent data monitoring board, ethics committees, patients who sign the informed consent, as the purpose is to protect the clinical trial subject from any adverse events may occur. Why do we track adverse event in clinical trials? To understand the safety profile of medicinal product, to determine if the product is acceptable and manageable, how they can identify safety profile by updating these reports. 1. ICSRS Individual Case Safety Report. 2. Periodic Aggregate Safety Report. 3. Clinical Study Report. To update investigators' brochure, professional prescribing information, which also called package insert prescribing information, summary of product characteristics. Why? To use these data for analyzing the benefit-risk ratio after clinical trials completion, for marketing approval and prescribing information. Clinical trials adverse events reporting. Expedited reporting means adverse event report must be sent after certain days from the awareness. In EMA, 7-day safety report or 15-day safety report. FDA, 7-day investigational new drug report, 15-day IND report. Aggregate reporting, adverse event report which can be sent annually. IND annual report or ICH E2F DUSER, drug safety update reports. Expedited reporting. Each report should be sent for a single case that meets reporting requirements. Aggregate reporting. Reports are required periodically as annual reports, including all adverse events occurred during this year. Seven-day IND safety reports. Any adverse events cause death or life-threatening condition associated with the study medication. Unexpected means other adverse events than adverse events listed from the previous tests, which are listed in the drug safety profile. Then, the sponsor must communicate with FDA project manager for IND of 7-day report starting from first day of awareness by the sponsor as written report. In US, the sponsor must send the report not follow later than 15 calendar days of the first awareness. In EU, no later than 7 days after first awareness. 15-day IND safety report. If adverse events are suspected, serious, unexpected, then 15 days IND safety report is required from the sponsor. For the US, FDA Form 3500A called MeatWatch form is filled. I will show you in a live demonstration how to fill it with a case study. For non-US, CMOS form, Council for International Organization for Medical Science, or according to country standards, reporting format. Follow-up report is needed in US and EU as it contains relevant information which needs to be explained to have a better overview of reported adverse event. Example, autopsy, laboratory results. Annual report for IND application. It contains list of subject died and the cause of death, list of subjects who dropped out of the study due to adverse events related or not related to the investigational drug, summary as a narrative and tabular of most frequent serious adverse event, summary of all IND safety reports submitted during the reporting period. Note: if there are adverse events that are most frequent and most serious but have no definition by the regulation, then the sponsor should create his own definitions. DSUR Development Safety Update Report, issued in 2011, intended to be common standards for periodic reporting of drug under development and must be included in post-marketing application for approval. ICH E2F guideline defines its content and what must be reported.